Hi, I'm Lauren from LSP Actions. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can add hydrangea overlays that are in the Bush Medley collection from LSP Actions. I'm going to be using the actions to apply, but you can just drag and drop as well. If you need to watch the other tutorials about unzipping the files after downloading and getting these actions installed and in coloured button mode like this, you can watch the other tutorials on the LSP Action website under video tutorials. I'm just going to go quite quickly, assuming you're either savvy with your overlays and actions or you've already watched those tutorials. So I'm going to click Apply Floral Framer and make sure to locate your unzipped files. And you see this has got some pink and some blue hydrangeas in this image. So I'm going to go first with Blue Hydrangea Scene 1 wide. And I'm just looking on this side, I think, for now. I'm going to mask off the other hydrangea. A mask has been created for you. If you're adding manually, you can add a mask down here at the bottom of your layers panel. A black brush has been selected, but also if you're applying manually, you can select your brush tool and hit black. And I'm just going to use this to mask away this side because I only want one side at the moment. So I'm just masking that off using a black brush. I'm going to play blur paint because I want this really in the foreground. So I'm just going to blur that up a little bit. And I think I'm going to play tone warmer on this one as well, just to merge it a little more with our scene. Bring the opacity up a touch. Okay, so let's add another one. For this, I'm going to add some pink, so the pink hydrangea scene. And I'm just looking on camera right now. So I'm going to use the layer mask that's been created. Again, you can create your own layer mask if you're applying by hand. Just to take that side off. It's still there, it's a layer mask. I'm just using black to hide it. I'm going to warm this up a little bit, and again, bring the opacity up. Click back on the layer, blur paint. You can manually apply blur by going filter, Gaussian blur. And now we have a pink side and a blue side. To the blue, I think I'm going to play pinker and bring this up just a little bit. Control or Command I, and that inverts this all to black so you can't see it. And grab a brush and white. I'm just going to paint this on some of the areas a little bit. And for the pinks, I'm going to play Blue Mango. And this adds some cool blue toning. Again, Control or Command I to invert. And I'm just going to add this on with a white brush on certain areas. It just allows us to add a little bit more of a colour variation in there. Black brush, I'm just going to take it off this area. So there we go. Added beautiful hydrangeas framing our scene. And on the gentle finishes, the bonus section here, I'm going to play Warm Summer Medley. Works really nicely with the medley bushes, and just turn that up. That blends everything in. Your black brush, you can take this off your subject if you wanted to, or any areas where it's a little too strong. So let's see our before and after. And that's adding hydrangeas to our scene using the Bush Medley. Let's add some more hydrangeas to a different scene. So here's a completely different image. Very bright, very sunny, very contrasty. So how about we just go straight in, add the blue hydrangea scene wide. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to blur this right into the foreground. I'm going to add contrast pop and bring that up so it matches our scene a little more. And darken down. I'm going to just bring the opacity up on darken down. Control or Command I to invert this because I want to paint this onto specific areas. And I want to just darken around these edges a little bit. I'm also going to warm up a little too. With my black brush selected, I am just going to dab this off the top here. So we get the mountain scenes coming through. I'm using a very large black brush. The size brush you use really does depend on your image. You can use the square bracket keys to make this larger or smaller. I'm also going to mute the greens a little bit as well, just to make them match this image a little bit better. And we're done. To finish, I'm going to play Sunny Medley. And that's just going to add a little bit of bright contrast over our image here. You can bring the opacity up if you wanted to, and mask off your subject if needed. So before and after. Really adds that framing in, really pretty. And talking of blue hydrangeas, let's add one here to this image. How about we go for, let's go for wide seam. Just going to drag this out. Okay. And again, we're going to add blur because this one we really want in the foreground. The florals are much better when you can blur them into your foreground, so it's like you're shooting through them. I'm going to play Blue Mango just to kind of get these, can you see there? It's just adapted them a little bit better to the blues in our scene. And we're done. I'm going to play the Sunny Medley again for this one because it's a nice bright image. Bring the opacity up. Large black brush, paint this off our subject. Before and after. Really, really pretty. And these are available on the LSP Actions website in the Botanical Bundle. So I hope you love using them. You can watch other video tutorials for the other botanicals that are included to get some really good tips of how you can use these and some examples of how they look before and after. I'm Lauren, thanks for watching.